It's 2 a.m. A prospective client is on your website asking your chatbot for the price of an unlisted, massive bulk order. Standard generative AI models are mathematically designed to predict the next plausible word in a sequence and satisfy the user's prompt. When faced with a missing price, their architecture compels them to invent a highly plausible, entirely fabricated discount. In e-commerce, healthcare, or SaaS, a hallucinated policy or a fake price quote translates into direct financial losses and damaged brand trust. You want the conversational fluency of a large language model. You do not want its tendency to lie. Wappy's Caretta assistant handles this through its internal task routing. It is engineered to refuse unknown facts rather than invent them. The safety of a business AI depends on how it behaves in the exact millisecond it realizes it does not know the answer. When a customer asks a highly specific question, Caretta routes the prompt away from the open internet and unpredictable training data. Instead, it queries a strict, closed knowledge graph built from triples, atomic facts structured simply as subject, predicate, and object. You establish this physical boundary simply by pointing the system directly at your own domain. Once Caretta crawls the site, it extracts the pages and locks every learned Q&A pair in as a verified truth. This restricted pool becomes its sole reality. This creates a strict grounding contract. The AI is instructed that every site fact must come from these verified sources alone. The act of inventing information is strictly forbidden. Confining the AI's search query to a verified, self-contained ecosystem creates a barrier against fabrications. Without access to outside data, the model lacks the information needed to invent a new price or policy. Let's return to the bulk discount request. The system searches your verified knowledge graph for the pricing, and it finds a total void. Before displaying a single word, the independent confidence grader scores the potential response from 0 to 100. If it falls below 60, the answer is deemed weak and destroyed on the spot. It is never stored or served. If the internal score drops below 50, the system triggers the escalate sentinel, halting the generation process entirely. Caretta abandons the guess and seamlessly hands the chat context over to a human representative. Because the system recognized its own uncertainty and triggered this escalation sequence, Wappy does not charge you for that interaction. Calibrated uncertainty is safer and cheaper than a confident error. Back at 2 a.m., the customer does not receive a fake discount. Instead, they get a polite message stating the assistant doesn't have that exact pricing and will connect them to a human. You receive an immediate notification containing the full chat context, positioning you to step in the next morning and resolve the request. The entire platform is further protected by hard daily budget limits, ensuring you dictate your maximum financial exposure down to the dollar. Even during a refusal, Caretta perfectly maintains the specific brand voice and custom persona you designed. Admitting a lack of knowledge is an intentional feature of an enterprise-grade system protecting your brand. Ultimately, a truly business-ready AI requires the built-in intelligence to know exactly when it needs to stop talking.